Modern Homestead, Alaska. I'm Jessica, and the number one burning Alaska question that everyone wants to know, do we get paid to live here? Who gets paid to live here? How much do we get paid? And lastly, we'll show you how we spent it. Here you go, pretty girl. Hello, Buck. So as to question number one, yes, we actually get paid to live here in Alaska. Now, how much we get paid may make a substantial improvement, especially based on family size in some homes, and then it might not be so much in others. I'll explain why. But first, we have to talk about who. Who gets paid to live here? Everyone. Everyone who has been here for a solid calendar year as of January 1st that year. So we actually closed on our house in 2021 on January 11th. We didn't physically get to the state until July of 2021. So we got no money for that year. In 2022, we were here for the entire calendar year, January 1st, December 31st. We were here for all of it. The ups, the downs, the snow, the spring, the summer, the fall, all of it. And we got paid to live here for all of 2022 in October of 2023. Moving on and forward, everyone who qualified to get paid to live here this year got paid the first week of October 2024 for the full calendar year of 2023. Well, everyone except for felons, that is. It is regardless of age. So a family that might be on the lower income scale, this was my point, and has a lot of children, the payment can greatly impact their home. Someone who maybe is a high-paid doctor or lawyer or some high-dollar job with very few members in their family, the payment might affect them very little. And just because you own a home, say a vacation home or one of these off-grid properties that you oftentimes see people talking about, if they don't live here a certain amount of the year and meet the qualifications, just because they own a home here, they don't actually get paid. So there are some exceptions, felon being the number one thing they would not get, what is called a PFD. Aaron! 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, $702. The number one way that we are going to be spending this year's PFD is to actually get a little bit of a stockpile going for our livestock. Bringing it back to the homestead, we have not yet been able to stock up a good quantity of food, and we buy their food on a weekly basis. What I would love to see in the event of another shipping issue or a shutdown, or even something so bad as a horrible Alaskan storm that would prevent us from being able to get to the store, I would like to have a couple of weeks of all of our animals' different food stocked up. Where is the cheapest place? Walmart. And believe it or not, they sell the exact same brand of food that we buy at Three Bears or any of the other local stores. However, we've done the math. We've gone online, we've double checked everything. The food here at Walmart for the exact same brand is $5 to $6 cheaper for 50-pound bag. So we've got to load up. Let's go. As far as rabbit food goes, they have different things. A broiler grower, this is something you would feed to baby chickens that are going to be your broilers, your meat chickens. They have a pellet grower, something like that. That is as far as I know, that is a chicken that will become an egg layer. You don't want it getting all that fat and so on like you do a meat chicken. They have 16% layer crumbles. We feed at our house 20%. So that's what we're on the hunt for. I found it. Here we go. 20% layer crumbles coming in at $29.18 here at Walmart. In order to add some fat to the chickens as it gets colder and colder, we'll slowly start adding this in. And then in the winter months, we add it into every day. We're gonna throw on some cracked corn, even though that is not something that we feed the chickens year round. During the summertime, we feed the rabbits the 16% pellets. This is a complete rabbit pellet. This is what they're used to. So I'm going to get a bag of this, but I'm going to get the 18%. So we're gonna increase their food supply for winter. The percentage goes from 31.48 to 32.98. So in the summertime, we're doing this. In the winter time, we're gonna bump up to that. We still have something else that we're going to grab for the chickens. We do a mixed food for them in the winter time. But we're going to go ahead and grab some stuff for our mini Jersey cow Peaches. When it's winter time and sometimes throughout, we give her a little treat. This is cob with molasses. And what it consists of is corn, barley, oats, molasses, and vegetable oil. The cob is running $24.98. We don't supplement her this on a daily regular basis, but it's really, really nice if we need to get her in the trailer, put her up someplace, halter her up, do the different things. And as Peaches grows, is bred, calves, and is milked, getting her used to coming to us and giving her a little bit of grain is not hurting the situation a bit. So I don't know if I already said it, $24.98. We'll grab 2 bags. We do, however, give her alfalfa pellets every day. Just like we feed the chickens and the rabbits, Peaches gets alfalfa supplemented in her diet. We feed her mostly round bales of hay that are good Alaska hay, and in fact, they're kind of horse quality. If you know anything about livestock, cattle are generally fed a lower quality of hay than horses. Well, because Peaches is a very particular special animal, we feed her a higher quality hay. She gets a giant round bale that she can free feed on all day long. But getting alfalfa in Alaska has been proved to be extremely difficult, if not impossible. So we supplement her with these alfalfa pellets. She does get just 1 scoop a day, and it helps balance out to where she's getting the proper nutrients, proteins, carbs, vitamins, all of the different things. Alfalfa pellets come in at $31.78. The very, very last thing we are gonna throw a couple on is something called standard scrap. Well, I'm actually gonna do this because it's corn, red wheat, and vegetable oil, and I have some bags of wheat at home that had split open that I need to deal with, and so I'll just add the wheat into the feed myself and not spend an additional $26.98. They don't have the final item that I was looking for as far as the bagged animal feed goes, and that is black sunflower seeds. But I know Three Bears has them because I have recently started adding those back into the chicken's diet. And what that does is helps them produce the really good oils that they need, and it's gonna help them stay warm. It's gonna put on new, beautiful feathers as they put on their winter coats, just like everything else. They need a little bit of that in their diet. They don't have that here, so we'll just get it at Three Bears. I was looking for some metal poles for the rabbits for winter. What I'm thinking is, well, they can't chew on them is the number one most important thing. A lot of people, I was just talking to a guy yesterday, he uses like the used chicken cans. We might have to do that because I need a whole bunch. When the water freezes in it, you gotta swap it out. And I don't wanna pay almost $3 a bowl. So we're gonna find something else. And before you think we forgot our very favorite family pets, we have not. I did come to Three Bears because they carry the Costco brand dog food, and our dogs like this one and only brand. My whole point is do I want to make an hour drive to Anchorage there, hour drive back, spend the gas and the time, or pay a few extra dollars for the dog food? Yeah, that's always a toss-up. But one way or another, I'm going to at least get one bag for the big dogs, one bag for the puppies, and then when I go to Costco, I will stock up a little bit heavier, but I do want to have some for backup in case of emergencies. The bowls are a little bit cheaper here. Well, normally they have the bulk sunflower seeds, and it seems to be the only thing that they are out of right there. And I don't want to pay more for smaller bags when that's simply not enough for what I'm looking to get. We'll just wait. So what does PFD actually stand for? It stands for Permanent Fund Dividend. Go ahead and Google that. If you ask what is a PFD, it's going to tell you it's a personal flotation device, which I think most Alaskans, we all look at a PFD as being money. But when you say that to someone from anywhere else, they think, why is the state giving away personal flotation devices? It is not. Here's a little brief history of it. When oil was found in the state of Alaska, it very quickly, the money it generated was just kaput. It's gone. It was spent. So in 1976 correction, to ensure the state's newfound wealth would be better stewarded to benefit both current and future generations, which is why those of us that move to Alaska become new generations or new residents are entitled, or we get this fund. What happened was 25% of the annual mineral royalties are set aside, they are invested, and then they are paid out to the citizens as a dividend. So that is where the money actually comes from, is the oil, the exploration, the mineral rights, all that different stuff. And then Alaskans are, the residents are given 25%. Now, there's a lot of politics involved in that, and I'm not involved in politics, and I'll just let further future Alaskans explain the politics of it. Looking at the barn here, 2 sides are completely finished. It's finished built. The barn is just fine for the cow for winter. The roof is completely done and it stayed completely dry. And then the awning gives her an outside area when we do get snow to clear all of this. And if it takes us a day to get to clearing, she still has lots of space outside. However, for the beauty of the property and those sort of things, I have been waiting to get the couple of things I need to finish the exterior of the barn aesthetically before we head into winter. So we're going to grab, I've made my list, a couple of things to finish the barn, as well as some chicken coop. Oh wait, I got something for the rabbits. When we were at the YouTube meetup, Rustic by Nature actually donated some of these as a giveaway, and our nesting boxes simply are not working. Aaron and I are new to rabbits, and we've made no apologies about the learning process of getting livestock that you are learning and getting used to for the first time. So we put solid bottoms in our nesting boxes, and the bunnies get in there and they poop and it piles up and it's disgusting and it's horrible, and it's not how a nesting box should be built. Although they were functional, we got 1 set of rabbits and they're fine. Heading into winter, we really needed good nesting boxes. And any chores I can take off of my husband right now, who is working lots and lots of overtime, because in the construction field, you're also gearing up for winter as well. Enough about that. Rustic by Nature made me these absolutely beautiful nesting boxes for all of the rabbits. We also will be able to throw hay in here, and they will have a nice warm place to bed down in. Rabbits are one of the easiest keepers in Alaska and one of the best livestock animals that you can actually have, because they are built for our temperatures and they just do incredibly well up here. And so getting them new nesting boxes that will keep them safe and warm, where they can get out of the wind and all of the cold up here that Alaska gets, is the best thing that we can possibly do for these rabbits. So everyone got a new nesting box, and then one of the things that he does is, he learned a long time ago, puts a little screw on the bottom so that the bunnies don't actually move the nesting box around. Hello, sweetheart. I'll get you crochet. I'll get you crochet. I paid $40 a box to Rustic by Nature. So if you are local in the Wasilla, Alaska, Palmer, Willow, any of those areas, and you're interested in these beautiful rustic rabbit boxes, I'll leave their channel name in the description box. We also are stocking up on hay. This is for the cow, but the most amazing part, and the reason the rabbits are up here as opposed to by the chickens, is because we give the rabbits hay as well. Not only do they use it for bedding, they eat it, and it's a really, really good quality hay that we get locally. And right now, a big round bale of hay like this is running $175. So Erin and I got 2 of them. Peaches doesn't need them. She won't need another hay bale for a couple of weeks. However, having these stocked up ahead of time before winter hits is such a good thing, because I remember last year we would go and have to try and get hay, and it just always is the worst timing. It's either in the middle of a snowstorm, or someone's sick, or something's wrong, or the hay guy is out of town, or he doesn't have what you need. It always is a hiccup when you are not prepared. And having 2 bales ahead of time will get us through the next couple of months. Our little Peaches is free fed in the round bale feeder, and then we supplement her food as well. And so this hay bale lasts a really long time. I've talked about this for quite some time on the channel. We are having a problem with the flooring inside of the chicken coop. Here in Alaska, we do a deep bedding method. Well, in order to protect the flooring in the coop, we have linoleum down. My original linoleum had a seam in it. The seam with the freeze thaw here in Alaska, the glue didn't hold and it peeled up, and then when you scrape the bedding out of the coop with the poop and the pee and the nastiness that comes along with it, the flooring scraped up, exposing our wood floor underneath. That's what we want to protect, the longevity of these buildings. This is a 16 by 16 foot chicken coop that is actually an insulated building. It is not just a coop, and it is quite the investment. So for winter, heading into it, we need to replace the flooring and get new glue. The rest of the stuff I have on hand. We're at the Home Depot. I knew what the paint was gonna cost for the barn, and that is why we waited. Here it is. $210 for the ultra pure white exterior satin in it. Well, I have to take everything from the Home Depot inside. I got the paint, you saw that. I got some caulking and some brushes and things in order to finish the coop. I got the rest of the trim. We had used pieces of trim on other projects, as well as the hardware to fix the barn doors. I got the new linoleum and the glue to go in the chicken coop, as well as the paint for everything. I did have them cut me a new piece of linoleum that will lay out without any seams, but I do have to take this inside. I want to keep it in the warm house. Our nighttime temperatures are just too cold. It would kind of freeze up. It wouldn't be so easy to lay out when I'm ready to do that. And then I also have to keep the paint inside. Hi, buddy. Hi. Well, there we have it. That is all I have the time for in today's video. The rest of the funds will be saved towards a Costco shopping haul where we will stock up on dog food and maybe some things for the homestead as well. If you would like to actually see us complete these projects, you can do that by sticking around the channel. The best way to stick around the channel is to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, then you're notified whenever we post a video. If you're interested in helping our channel to grow, the very best ways that you can do that is by hitting us with a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and sharing our videos with anyone that might find it interesting. With that, I hope you enjoyed some time. I hope we answered some questions, and I hope that I will see you in the next video. Until then, be blessed. I hope you find something to be grateful for, and I'll see you soon. Sit down.
Oh, sit down. Oh. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for this food. Please bless it to our bodies to make us good puppies for Mom tomorrow. And bless the puppies less fortunate than us. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. Wrong bowl. Every night.